17 News is your local election headquarters. Democratic candidate for California Governor Javier Becerra was back on the campaign trail today, speaking out on voting rights and urging voters to reject the statewide voter ID ballot measure. But as Becerra makes his case to voters, his opponent, Republican candidate Steve Hilton, is calling him out, accusing him of dodging questions from reporters. 17's Capitol correspondent Eitan Wallace has more on Becerra's message and the criticism he's facing.
Democracy will prevail. Thank you.
Candidate for California Governor, Democrat Javier Becerra, on the campaign trail Wednesday, speaking alongside these voting rights activists outside the California State Capitol building in Sacramento. Becerra urging support for a proposal dubbed the Voting Rights Act of 2026. Among other things, it will codify into state law a requirement that language assistance resources be provided for non-English speaking voters.
To those immigrants who took the time to qualify to become new citizens, to that young person who turned 18 and wants to exercise her or his right to vote for the first time, we want to empower you.
The health of our democracy depends on ensuring that lawfully registered California voters can exercise their right to vote regardless of whether they are proficient in English.
Riverside Democratic State Senator Sabrina Cervantes authored the bill, a bill she says will make it easier to legally challenge election rules or practices if a voter believes those same rules or practices make it harder for members of a racial, ethnic, or language minority group to vote or participate in the political process.
To fight.
Becerra, meantime, using the opportunity to attack President Donald Trump and Prop 39, the ballot measure that, if passed, would require voter ID statewide.
A ballot initiative which is meant to interfere in the vote. We have to stand up.
Prop 39's lead author, San Diego Republican Assemblymember Carl DeMaio, firing back, arguing voter ID is needed in California.
Common sense reforms to improve the integrity of our elections. Voter ID, citizenship verification, while keeping mail-in ballots. Unfortunately, Sacramento politicians, they don't want Prop 39 because it solves the problem.
Before the press conference ended, Becerra left early and did not take any questions. His opponent, Republican Steve Hilton, blasting the move, accusing Becerra of dodging reporter questions.
Isn't it incredible that Javier Becerra seems to think that he can get elected governor of California without taking questions from the press, without debating me? We have been invited, both of us, myself and Javier Becerra, to, I think it's now 8 debates hosted by media organizations with specific times and places, specific dates. I've accepted every single one without any conditions whatsoever. Becerra has not accepted any of them. I've got a simple message to Javier Becerra: man up and show up.
Now, I spoke with Becerra's communications director, who said Becerra had a tight schedule and had to hit the road for a healthcare event near Fresno. Meantime, the Becerra campaign promises he will take part in at least one debate against Steve Hilton, but the exact details have not yet been released. Reporting at the state capitol, Eitan Wallace, 17 News.
Our parent company Nexstar has invited Javier Becerra and Steve Hilton to take part in an official statewide televised debate on September 30th at the Cron 4 studios in San Francisco. So far, Hilton has accepted Nexstar's invitation, but we are still waiting to hear back from Becerra.